Trisha Paytas. Japan. I'm getting like some interesting suggestions. She's a streamer, isn't she? Oh, what are we vibing? I feel like we've reacted to everything, chat. Do all OnlyFans girls think the same? This one's gonna make you guys mad.
So I've always had like a big sugar mama kink.
Never really went for guys with a lot of money. I
Oh
tried
my
the sugar
holy
daddy thing.
something.
It sucked.
So nice relation, Natalia.
really
Yeah,
good at
Natalia is
thinking
such a
what I'm
good
doing,
person to
so.
travel with.
Does size matter?
I want your arm, you know, I like this length.
The amount of money a guy makes matters to me.
You know, and if you're
I know, I was gonna say it, camel toe.
What up, YouTube? What's going on, guys? Before we start this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Put on the post notification because I'm gifting.
Oh my god, what is that
two
girl
people,
wearing?
50 buckaroonies who comment within the first
Gaming,
1,000
thank you for the
comments.
2-1 subby.
yeah, start the
Thank you. Thank you. That red fit is wild. Do all porn stars think the same?
Starting off strong. Does dick size matter? 3, 2, 1.
Wait, get on that. What line are you on?
I feel like it's
On the strongly agree. Oh, am I supposed to be on a line?
This is strongly agree.
No,
this is
that's strongly
disagree.
disagree.
Oopsie. I mean, it does matter because if a guy has a 13-inch dick, then we're kind of like, right? Like that's like a little too big.
That's kind of neutral then.
No,
'Cause
I'm
over
s-
here on no, it's like, well,
Well, yeah, because it matters.
If you have a big dick, you're gonna look cooler when you're fucking it.
ah.
That doesn't matter as much as
Wait, she's a
technique.
streamer.
You know?
That's true.
I like
that's
6
true.
inches.
Yeah, but I'm saying like dick size matters as in like there's certain extremes where I'm like I can't do that. Like
Yeah.
some guys
She's hosted
are
me before.
so big. You're like a holiday penis. Like you're good for Christmas and New Year's and my birthday, but I can't do you every day. I would need a wheelchair. So
Yeah, she's rated before. She was really nice.
because I'll die. So I need a small
Ariana, that's it.
because if his dick is super big, I'll have to cheat on him all the time with a 2-incher.
Okay, I'm neutral on that.
Okay, maybe they. Okay, I take back my previous statement. Maybe they don't really thinking about marketing here.
Exactly. That's why size matters. It's either too small or too big. I feel like the nice wiggle room is like 5 to 8 inches, and then once it's above, if it's above that, my cervix is bruised, and if it's below that, I don't feel your teeny weeny.
But then when fans ask you, does size matter?
Bro, that girl's a
people say
savage.
no.
I always say yes, as long as you're not like a 4-incher or too
4
big.
inches is fine.
Bro,
Yeah,
she's.
okay. 4 inches is great.
4 inches, 4.5 is the average size in America.
It's
Just so you guys
great.
know.
No, okay, there's such a thing as too big of a dick, but I don't think there's such a thing as too small of a dick because
I can't
we've
believe it's
all had
such a
sex
big
with each
debate,
other,
hey.
and we're all like pussy
can ride
owners and we've all made each other bust. I hope.
Yeah.
So, and it didn't matter what our sizes were.
Yeah, no, if it's
because-
a micro, it's just like scissoring.
I got a tiny.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I like scissoring.
Yeah,
I'm cool with
that's a
that.
little
Put
motion.
enough spit there.
in my case, I just think some
This thing's
surface too
wild.
big.
Yes, agree.
I agree with that.
I disagree, but I like to swallow swords, so what can I say?
She's a size queen.
I
Okay,
think
maybe
it's
this
very
video
much
is too
up to
wild.
Personal preference too.
Yeah.
Right. Like if I, you know, if a guy pulls down his pants, if he has like a 2-incher, a 13-incher, I'm like, we can work with this, bro. We can find something that'll both help us feel.
They seem
pleasure.
familiar. No, there's some like
love
streamers
all
and things
size.
in here.
For a one-time thing, I don't think size matters at all. But if you're looking longevity-wise, then yeah, you don't want 13 inches.
I could, but like
I say no because
Come on,
thinking about
Cray.
personal life, I
Cray
don't
has a
wanna
massive
take
crush on
big-
Ariana,
but I'm
it's funny.
also agreeing with Kazumi with
Wait, is it Ariana? No.
Too
Am I saying
big
it right?
and
No,
size
Adriana.
does-
Adriana.
size
That's it.
does matter.
Adriana.
maybe
Yeah.
neutral.
You have a massive crush on her. That's why you know her.
Neutral.
Adriana, my bad.
Porn-wise, Big is what they like, and that just looks better on camera.
Hashtag
But
family
personal
man.
life, 2 inches is fine for me. I'm gonna you good anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I think it's about girthiness, really. If we're talking like,
girth.
really, I like girth.
Okay, I've had enough of the dick talk.
I personally prefer a choke.
No way
over,
does this
like,
go
a
for
really
that long.
The amount of money a guy makes matters to me.
This is, yeah. So in recent years, I've come to realize that like a lot of men are intimidated about my income. If I were to take a guy on vacation, the whole time he's like, oh, I'm sorry, like I wish I could afford this for you. I wish I could do these things. And in my mind, I feel like it's kind of like him thinking because he's the man that he should make a higher income. And we always have like a weird power play with that. I just think that I would have better relationships if they had their own money at the same equivalent.
I don't think it matters
That makes
because
sense.
for me, like when I date someone, either it's because I really just like
But,
having sex
yeah,
with
thank
and
you.
hopefully if
I
we're
really
dating,
appreciate
I like
it.
both of those things. All my boyfriends I've ever had, I've always paid for everything, so it's also just kind of been a normal part of my dating experience. But I've never really minded it because I've always chosen partners who've contributed.
I've never
in
heard
my
of him,
life
Freezer.
differently, because the partners I've had have been able to spoil me in different ways, like their emotional intelligence and their time. And I find like
Going to
those
Sydney Island.
things to be priceless compared to when I talk to richer guys and I just feel like they're douches and I feel like they have like a weird power trip because they do equate their value to money.
I have always liked guys who are passionate about what they do, so it's not like money is a big factor. It's like I don't want someone who's doing
I
something
can't
'cause they
stand
think
that
they
fear.
can make a
I
lot of
can't
money.
do
I
it.
don't like that. But I've also dated guys after starting OnlyFans that like want me to pay for everything and then kind of want me to be a sugar mama. So like I want them to at least make enough to where they don't rely on me to pay for everything. I just want them to do something that they're passionate about. I think people who work only for money are just like a lot more miserable in life.
I agree with that completely. I think the thing that's most attractive to me is somebody who's driven, and success is attractive as well. Even if they're not making, you know, top dollar. If
Is
they're
this an
successful
Australian or a
in
New
whatever they're
Zealand
passionate
accent? I
about,
can't
think
tell.
That equates to a reasonable income.
That's not one of my things that I look for is financial, only because my mom always taught me from when I was a young age to always get my own money. And
I'm sorry,
to
I
do it on
can't
my
stop
own,
looking.
So never depend on a man. So when I started
I just-
dating and going for men who were,
I can't be the only
guess,
one.
like, at a higher rate than I was as far as like income, they were
My
just like,
eyes,
way too
I can't-
flashy, and they didn't have a lot of interest that I have. So when
It's
I was
staring
starting
at
to
me.
go for more normal guys or guys
They-
who
the
either make the
cameraman
same
knows
amount
what
of
he's doing when he
money or
zooms out.
less, they were
knows what he's
way
doing.
nicer and we had more in common.
So it's looking at me
I don't
again.
know, I
It's
just
fucking-
never really went for guys with a lot
Stop.
of money.
The
I tried
cameraman
the
knows what he's
sugar daddy
doing.
thing.
He
It
always
sucked,
knows what he's doing.
Because I'm not really good at faking what I'm doing. So
I feel like broke guys better.
They do.
fuck
I
like
guys
you.
with no
car.
They
This
fuck
is such a
they
like
need a home.
degen.
saying that, I hate
CEOs,
saying that.
I want to read the
CEOs
comment section. This video is
better,
going to be
especially when
savage.
they're fucking you in their suits. Trust me.
Yeah.
No,
well,
it's
you can,
looking
like,
at me,
have a
chat.
suit,
I'll
like,
get him a suit.
They
That's
have
why,
the money. They just
yeah,
wanna
and that's
fuck
like
you.
another reason why. It's not because I want to be sugar. I don't want them to sugar daddy me. It's I want a businessman that runs their own business that's a CEO the same way I am.
I don't know. Maybe I should go over there to your line because I agree with you. Like I like the power play. I love fucking older people. I'm not gonna date a bomb.
I don't think that
I'm
chicken's
dating
really
girls
doing
and
anything.
guys, But and then when I travel, normal. I would say normal people.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Eric. Thank
Go
you.
on a trip, and I don't want to
Thank
have to be
you.
the one to like constantly pay for us to go on trips. That's not fair to me.
Oh. It's getting weird with the glitchy. Like, it would do one now and then it's glitching. Thank you again. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Eight, da, 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 da.
Is gift giving, so I've always had like a big sugar mama kink. Like I've always like, I just like to take care of someone, especially like I just feel like a lot of men aren't taking
Didn't she just
care
say
of me. They
before
don't
that
get
all our
compliments,
partners
and I
pay
just
for
like to
everything?
Make them feel really good with like buying them roses and spoiling them in ways, and also I don't know, every time
Yeah,
I
the
talk
chicken
to, like,
noises
a
are odd.
rich guy, he always
Aw,
sucks
see you,
ass.
Eric. Thank
Like,
you.
it's LA. It's LA. You gotta talk to rich
Oh, they
guys
look
outside
familiar,
of
do
LA.
they, chat? Interesting.
International.
For me, I would like the guy that take me on trip, take me out to a nice restaurants, wear a nice suit, dress nice, to go to nice places. It's not like he have to make a like top dollars. It's at least he's have the money to provide.
Yeah, I think it makes more sense to date someone like on the
Yeah,
same playing field
no.
as yourself. than
Adriana has
dating
rated me a lot of
someone,
times. I
like,
know, I've
a
never
little
spoken to
less
her,
money
but she
is
seems
fine,
really
too, if they're,
lovely.
like, grinding and like on their come up, like I'll rock with you too.
So I have actually dated plenty of men who are unemployed, and I didn't really enjoy it. So I really don't mind being the one who pays for it if my partner can't afford it. But I also really do enjoy being given gifts, right? Even if he isn't making a lot of money, like getting me a little chocolate
Digger vibes from a
like
few. I
7-Eleven.
don't think it's wrong with wanting someone like ambition-wise or like on a like a similar income or like to have like income type of thing to like work with you and like build up your little empire. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I also like for the ones that might necessarily be after money, like I respect them for just being honest. Like they're not trying to like, I feel like gold diggers would be more deceitful with it. I feel like I like how they're just straight up pretty honest. Like, oh yeah, like I want like, I think it's like refreshing.
then, but
She
I
rages
do
at a
appreciate
chat?
somebody
Yeah.
who is making enough money to show me love in a gift-giving way, even if it's really tiny.
Sex work is easy money.
Wait, this is
I feel like no work's easy, hey?
Oh my god.
All right, Violet, Holly, you guys are a neutral. Why is that?
I say yes because when you're attractive, I can just post a titty picture and then I make money off that. So I say it's easy in that way. But no, because of what we go through mentally and physically when we do these scenes where we have to train for anal, do gangbangs, and it's not really as easy as people make it seem. Easy for some things, but it's really hard for other things.
You know, we're such a small representation
What
of
did I just
people
listen
who
to?
do porn when there's hundreds of thousands of people who aren't as successful or don't look the same way as us, and they still absorb that same amount of risk of like social stigma and the way people treat us and the way people talk to us and date us and the way we try to buy houses. But on top of that, I feel like becoming a successful sex worker or a successful entertainer, you can't be stupid.
I think it is something that's trained. It's not like a normal thing. I don't think.
Because unlike most
like it is something I think that has to be. I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Porn star or OnlyFans.
I'm gonna act like I do.
On top of the fact that triple anal is hard, but also like.
I just had a friend that was a nurse, and she said the amount of people that would come into the ER that have tried anal and ruptured something or something's gone horribly wrong, and she was like, it is not like, it's just, she used to work in the ER, and she said like it was one of the most common ones that people would come in for because they tried something like that. Wait, did she just say triple? What is a triple? What? Nah, I don't, like, how are you even, like, I get it's a muscle, but like, would you not shit yourself when you get old?
Like, all the hate can be hard. Even with thick skin, it can be extremely difficult. And, you know, like, my parents don't even know what I do because it would be such a bad time for me. So I feel like in that aspect, it is hard.
So being a sex worker isn't just going out there and fucking, it's actually being your own CEO. So, like, I have a company, I have 40 employees, I manage it every day. I have people that depend on me and my body, literally working my ass off for this brand. And on top of that, my 10
She's
years
pretty
in porn,
successful, isn't she?
I have pinched 2 nerves in my back and slipped a disc just from pile driver, and I have some health problems now from all the times that I've cleaned out. I've had stitches in my vajay from scenes, so I don't think people really take that into account, like especially when you
see, that is what I think is so problematic with porn though, the fact that it's doing that much damage to the bodies and then it's not portrayed in a way that like nobody knows that she's had to go get stitches from something. So then people then watch, like young guys watch the porn, and like I get like men sometimes understand, but there will be a portion of people that don't understand, and it's like it's not always that, it's also like porn, some of the shit that's in it is so bad that it's not, like a lot of it is not healthy or natural or normal, and that do people watch that and then think it is, but then meanwhile they're getting like freaking stitches and stuff. No, I think even girls, like I think even as a young girl, if you ever looked at any of that, you're like, oh my god, like what? It is like quite damaging for anybody.
you perform at a certain level, you're a sexual athlete. If you do a DP, I don't know if you guys have done it, it feels like you've been
There should
in
be
a
more like
20 mile per hour
regulations on it, I feel.
Oh, no.
Right? Like, you're like I
I'm
just
doing
got
one
hit,
this
got
month.
in a car accident at 20 miles per hour.
I'm gonna speak on the black girls in the industry. Pretty or not, they have it really tough. Yeah, there's racism in every industry, but for black women just taking off their clothes in a sex industry, it's not the same playing field. It's completely different.
Why is it completely different? Like, what kind of struggles do you guys go through?
There's hair situations, there's makeup situations, there's maybe the white guy's not really attracted to the black girl and he mentions it on set and then he's like, fuck, I still have to fuck you. Why the fuck did you tell me that? I don't need to hear that.
Oh my God,
let's
that
just
sounds
do it and
horrible.
Make our money and go home. But you have that, directors being racist, black girls not being hired as much as white girls. Yeah, so the money's very different between a white performer and a black performer. There was just something the other day, a girl couldn't wear her afro on set, like her natural hair on set. They were like, no, we have to do something to your hair.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
That's so messed up.
So it's like, can't even wear your fucking natural hair to set.
And it's also emotionally draining having to respond
Yeah,
to
that's like really
subscribers
awful.
sometimes, because it's like I haven't had sex with a man in over a year, and it's like subs are always like, well, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Like what I'm doing is not enough for them, and that also takes an emotional toll.
They want so much, but
Yeah.
before OnlyFans, it was just like you could only see us in movies online. Now that they have OnlyFans, they're like, you're mine. No,
Yeah,
we
I
need
like-
time.
I mean, it's kind of like
One of
the
craziest things
it's what's
is we could
dangerous
talk
about it.
all the issues we face, and a lot of the comments are going to prove us exactly right because they'll still be like, "You chose this."
Yeah. Like that's
That's what I've been thinking this entire
It's
time.
like,
I feel like from like just guy friends over the years that like I've heard speak of that, I feel like they don't view sex workers as like human. Is anyone else like kind of notice that? I feel like a lot of dudes that watch that kind of content don't view them as people. They view them as like objects. Does anyone like notice that? Like what they're talking about in the struggles like makes sense, because even I guess what I've heard on Twitch and people say they don't view them as people.
I could say like, "Oh, this
It's really
is so
weird.
sad," and they'll be like, "Well, you decided to be a whore."
Yeah,
And,
but
you
what
know?
does my job have to do with the treatment of you? Just because I decided that this is what I wanted to do doesn't mean I've decided to allow you to treat me with that type of mannerisms because I decided to expose my body online.
I think sex works is easy, like in a sense where
I think you can like not be comfortable, like as in like not be comfortable with somebody doing that kind of work or not agree with it, but I think you can also have like treat people with respect. Maybe you won't like have respect for that kind of work, but I still think you can like treat people with like decency.
where I could just like pull my tits out and like make the same as like a minimum wage job working 40 hours a week. But also the mental toll and the physical toll of just like putting yourself on display every day isn't easy.
If you are a very conventionally attractive white woman, it is easy to start in the beginning, but you need to be smart enough to continue that momentum. I, as a tall, chubbier, bigger woman, have faced plenty of discriminations towards opportunities working with people because of my size.
Wait, no,
and
chat.
it is
Okay, I just read a comment in chat. No, I saw the craziest TikTok the other day. There was a guy interviewing people, like these men in Japan, and they asked him, is prostitution cheating on your wife? And so many of them said no. If you pay for sex, it is not cheating. A couple of them said obviously it needs to be agreed upon with your wife and whatever. But a lot of them said if it's you pay for a service like prostitution, it's not cheating. I saw this TikTok and it blew my fucking mind. How crazy is that? Like it could have just been like the ones that they interviewed, but yeah, apparently like I guess like it's kind of like a thing there. Like some of the dudes were like, no, like obviously my girlfriend will be comfortable with that, but some of them were like, yeah, if you pay for it, it's not. Different culture and definitions of what, yeah. Oh, what constitutes prostitution. True. I would never have picked that. That was insane. That's like the most mind-blowing fact I've heard in like this year.
hard. There are plenty of women who have bigger bodies, and my body does not determine my success, but that's definitely another peg that
Hello,
is
Emma.
difficult
Welcome in.
to climb. And people are mean. Straight up, people can be very mean. Echoing what Adriana said, there are plenty of people that are going to comment on this YouTube video and be like, you chose this work, you knew what you were signing up for, you don't know me.
Having that
you don't know my
boyfriend-girlfriend cafe
situation, you
experience
don't
sounds
know,
like
what health
true.
issues I may have.
It's emotional
Maybe
cheating.
this is all I can do. For people to comment like, oh, slut, whore, whale,
True,
fat,
Joe,
like,
true.
a bunch of other things. It's hard.
I said neutral.
Every
just
country has
because
its dark
I took it
side,
from, like,
yeah.
a personal standpoint, and I find sex work easy for me.
Would I consider a partner going to a strip club cheating? Yes. 100% cheating. The only time there would like be a slight, but even then it's like, if they were trying to be dragged there by a friend and then they called me, fuck it. Straight no. You're not going to a strip club. I think it's like different if like I was there, but like, and like it was like agreed upon where I'm there, but I think it's cheating. No, straight up.
I'm a horny
Fuck
gal. So, when I was working like a 9 to 5, I used to work in a nightclub.
And it's kind of different if they get dragged there for a bachelor and then it's like, they're just there. But if they get paying for lap dances and shit, like fuck that. I don't know. I just feel like it's such a disrespect to me. It's just like a single activity. For stag nights, like if I found out my future husband or whatever got strippers for his bachelors or like got like whatever and they grinded him, I'd fucking call off the wedding. Like I'd straight up is a big fucking no. Like I'm not gonna get strippers. You're not getting strippers. It's not like your last day of freedom. If they have the attitude of like, oh my God, it's my last day of freedom, I'm not marrying you. If you think you're getting trapped by me, like it should be something you're happy about. Like, I'm just like, that's a hard no. Like I get guys will watch like porn and things like occasionally for that kind of stuff, and I can understand that, but I don't nah. Stripping's like, they're like touching them and shit. I've been to a strip club, man. You know, it's crazy. I don't want some, you know, girl putting the titties in his face. I think there's couples where they can agree on it and they're pretty comfortable and it's fine. But I, like, for me, definitely not comfortable. Like, that's, nah. No, they can't touch. I've been to a strip club and they put their, like, you can't touch, but they get on you and they do stuff, even when I didn't pay for it.
Miss you.
Oh, I'm going to miss you guys too. Thank you for the biddies. Is it the fact? No, it's not about spending money on other people. It's the fact that a pretty much naked chick is getting on my partner. And like, we were sitting at the thing and we weren't even like we were just there and they just come up and they just danced on everybody and we were like, woo! And like stuff like that. It's like, you can't touch, but it doesn't mean that their titties aren't in your face. I have titties in my face. So it's like, no, I don't know. I think that's like a very fair boundary. Let us let me more than touch also. I don't know. Look, I've only been to a strip club once, twice, but like properly once. That's how marriage is seen by millions of men, to be honest, the end of their freedom, and that's unfortunate. Yeah, see, I don't want to be getting in a marriage like that. What was Sonia's idea? Even if you have a partner out, it's pure respect, don't go there. What about same gender strippers, male ones to the other? No, see, I just think like it, Brandon, think of the 5 catches up, let's go! Hey, thank you, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Hey. Thank you, Brandon, I really appreciate it. It's the same as like, if a guy is subscribing to OnlyFans girls while he's dating you, nah, dump you, like dumpable offense. Nothing wrong if you're single, whatever, go ham. But if you're dating someone and I would find out that you're subscribed to someone's OnlyFans, nah. Like, fair enough, you're going to chuck up like a regular porn video, whatever, like you do you. But like OnlyFans is a big nope. Strippers are a nope. I think that's a pretty fair boundary. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? But yeah, I wouldn't go to a male strip club if I was, like, you know, it's not fair. Unless it was agreed upon or it's like that type of thing, yeah. If it was like he went to a Bucks party and then they had strippers and it was for like The Bachelor and he happened to be there, it's not like I'm going to get angry. That's not his problem. But if they all go and choose to go into a strip club, I'm like, okay, that's bad. But if he's at a party, strippers come and they're gone The Bachelor, not him, whatever. Like, it's not his fault. It's just a naked chick. Interesting. Do you not agree, Sonia? It's not money related. It's like women on you naked. Like, I don't know. Completely fair. And if people disagree, they will burn for their sins. Like, they do dance on you. I don't know. But I also think like that's my personal opinion. And like my partner would have to agree with that. But I also don't see anything wrong with couples that are comfortable. And like, I know couples that will go to strip clubs together and things like that and be comfortable with it. I think that's fine. Like, I think it's whatever you and your partner are comfortable with. I don't think I'm on like my high horse thinking I'm better than you, but I'm just like, yeah, fuck that. If you think porn is a red flag, then you're playing for OnlyFans would be a bigger red flag since the appeal was more specific and you're more focused on the creator. I think if they're doing the paid DM stuff, it's weird, but if it's just photos, videos, the same as porn to me. Yeah, see, I don't know. I think I don't know. It's like a specific kind of person. I don't know. OnlyFans I find odd if you're dating someone that is. That's more important fact though. You're setting a boundary. So if he knows the boundary and violates it, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like it's just like, hey, this is how I feel. It's something I would say early on. They'd agree to it, disagree to it. I've set a boundary. Yeah, boom. And it would be the same for him. If he had a boundary with something, I'd be like, fair enough. Yep. Okay, cool. What type of strip clubs are you guys spending to get strippers grinding nude all over you? Well, we went to this strip club and we had dollar bills, but I reckon I chucked out like $5 bill out there. And then she just came up and danced around everybody at the table. But then like 2 of them knew me. They're really lovely. Like, I have nothing, like, so strippers are hot. Like, I get why dudes go there. I just like don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if maybe I'm just jealous, a jealous type. Like, the strippers be hot, you know? I ain't mad about it. Just don't want my dude going there. In a relationship, you need to always consider the opinion of your partner. Yeah, yeah. No, 2 of the strippers did know me. One of them on the stage was dancing. I was like, are you Berticuss? I was like, get fucked. They were really nice. They were really nice to me. And then some of the others complimented my outfit. Big spender? No, one of the other people that were with was getting money and just giving it to all of us to just like put dollar bills. And then like anytime any of them would come out, I would just like put dollar bills down because I'd feel bad because I was just like, oh, okay, just like have some money. And it wasn't my money. And then like I went to walk to the bathroom and we were with a massive group. And then anytime I walked to the bathroom, just the normal customers gave me like this stripper cash. It's like you buy it at the club and then it's stripper cash. Then these random dudes at a table, oh my God, that scared the crap out of me. Think of the pretty slazy. We were like, oh, do you want some money to give to the strippers? So then like any like dude I'd walk past at the thing, they knew I wasn't a stripper obviously, but they were giving me money to give to the strippers. So then I swear I got given like $500 or something at some point to give to those strippers, but I spread it across, you know. They just kept giving me money to give to the chicks. So I was like, fair enough, here you go, here you go, here you go, have it. But they did dance on everybody, to be fair. But I think there is some kind of humor though in going to a strip club with your partner, and then if they did get danced on, it would be kind of funny. Like I wouldn't get annoyed about that. I think it's like different if I was with them. I wouldn't be as angry. If it was like, oh yeah, we're drunk, let's go into a strip club, it would be funny. I don't think I'd get angry. It's more like if they went without me with their friends, I'd be like, what the fuck? I don't know. No, I don't know. I just went with a group of friends. I thought it was a funny experience with the friends, but I'm not exactly going to be going to the strip club. It was an interesting experience though. It was a different role. I've only ever seen, that scared the crap out of me. Condom, think of it as tier 1 subby and lazy. Think of it as videos. Where'd you go when you're on a break? Oh no. Got to remember that they're all human and beings not object of desire. Yeah. Went to a strip club with a former partner who thought she wanted to go. Turned out she didn't. Yeah, I think sometimes you don't know till you're there and then you're like, oh, I'm a jealous bitch. I didn't realize. How would you feel if you find your partner made AI porn of you without asking? Bro, I'd be annoyed. I'd be like, why would you do that? No, they didn't think of us as stripper, chat. It's pretty obvious you're not a stripper, what it was wearing. Oh, thank you, Nixie. Anyway.
One, not only did I have to fit my sex life around the crazy hours I was working, two, I got sexually harassed way more in that industry than I ever have on a porn set. Obviously speaking, you know, I have the privileges of being white, conventionally attractive, all of that. I'm
not gonna lie, as a stripper, it's so hard dating, and the major misinformation spread around sucks for us. Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think people being like, oh yeah, strippers or like fuck or whatever, and they're like, I've had friends that have done like stripping and stuff. Like, I have nothing against strippers. I think it's more just like when you're dating someone, I don't want them going there. But I'm also like, if you're like a single dude or whatever, like fair enough. But yeah, it definitely would be like, it's definitely rough. Yeah, it'd be rough.
really enjoy doing it. I haven't had a bad experience yet. That might change.
Male amateur night's hilarious. Yeah, those kind of things would be funny to go to.
It's the easiest and best job I've ever had.
I'm open to hooking up with my fans.
Wait, what did they say?
I've ever had.
I'm open to hooking up with my fans.
Did I say that?
Where's yes?
This is yes.
Yes.
That's no.
Is this a marketing strat though? This is the one I have to question and go, if they went strongly no, does that then kill their audience?
I gave a fan an experience one time, and the competition was for the disabled. And I had an experience of a fan, and he was completely blind. He'd only heard my voice on podcasts. And I remember I asked him if he was an ass or titty guy. He said titty guy, and I let him touch my boobs for so long. And I know that moment mattered so much to him, because a lot of people don't realize that disabled people are horny and also have the same needs as wants as everyone else. I like to just give someone a good time, man. Like, why the fuck not? I don't care if you're a fan or not. I mean, I feel like anyone that fucks me now has probably seen my porn, so they probably are already a fan. So I feel like they try harder. I feel like my fans are cute. And I like to make men happy. It's like my purpose. I like to make them horny. I like boners. I like everything. Yeah.
I actually actually did watch a documentary once that was kind of on. Like, I always love watching those weird documentaries. And it was on like disabled people and like basically talking about how it's kind of this like not talked about thing that they do have, like obviously like we're talking like severely as well, sexual needs. And there's this like, I don't know where it was in England or somewhere, maybe America. There's like a program where they basically, this chick runs like a brothel, but it's basically specialized for the disabled and to give them like experiences like that kind of stuff. It was a really interesting watch. It was just kind of like they were explaining like this chick saw a gap in the market back in the day, so then she made this like brothel basically, and was saying how like, you know, it's a shameful thing, but it's like very important for them. And it's, I don't know how to explain it, but it was an interesting documentary because it did tap into a thing that you've never thought about. Yeah, it's in Germany. Yeah, it was somewhere, but it was a really interesting documentary watch. Yeah, have you guys seen it? You seen that show? It's just something like would never cross your mind, but it makes sense.
I don't think there's anything more flattering than hooking up with someone who is obsessed with you. Like anyone that I would want to date,
It
I
sounds
would want
kinda,
my
like,
partner
dangerous.
to be, like adore me and be obsessed with me and be my biggest fan. So why wouldn't I be a fan?
So what I try
I'm
to
sorry to hear
establish
that,
with my fans
Ben.
is kind of like
Yeah,
a
I'm sorry to hear
relationship.
that.
I feel like a lot of them are dating me and picture me as their girlfriend. So obviously you want to pick your girlfriend. And then also I do a lot of fan stuff because one of the best things you
His
can do
answer
when you're
shocks me.
building a business, so you want to build a niche clickable group so that way you have these
Yeah.
inside jokes or you
Okay.
have these other people that are going to be like, I got to fight Adriana Chechik.
Oh, I haven't been a fan yet, but I'm definitely open to it. I mean, I see the pics that you guys send in, and I'm like, yeah. Yeah.
The fans are, I think, the biggest dicks.
Soon enough.
I can't listen to this. This is like, I don't know. I'm skipping this on. I can't do it. This is like a marketing strat. That's just like, I don't know. I can't. That one's hard to listen to.
Relationships are hard in this industry.
It's just cap.
Where is yes? Yes? No.
Wait.
Oh wait,
This is
no. This
Wait.
This way.
No.
This is yes.
Yeah. This is no.
I love this product.
Relationships have always been really easy for me. Sorry. You just sharted.
I'm interested
I'm
in like the
dating
relationship part, but the other one's a bit much.
Someone, I give them enough respect to let them know everything there is about me, even my piss kink, because I want them to have the space to make that judgment on their own if they want to fuck with me or not. If I'm going to prolong these important conversations, even if it wasn't about sex and porn, I would basically be wasting my time and like heading towards the inevitable, which is finding people that don't fuck with that. So I've always been really straight up like, hey, like this is what I'm about, this is what I'm into, and I own that. This is my life and it really fulfills me. I will never be monogamous. If there's one thing I like more than it's new every single day. So, you know, and if you're not into that, then we wouldn't date. I attract exactly
She's farming
what I am,
Shock Valley,
so
you
I
reckon?
feel like I date fellow sluts. So they kind of get
What
the
am I
gig.
listening
I've been
to?
in a long-term open relationship for years now, and even before I did porn. I'm just surrounded by my circle of people who agree with what I agree with. So I'm always going to be dating people who understand
It
sex
can't
work,
be- it
so
has
it's
to be a
never
cap.
been hard for me because people who wouldn't agree with that have never been an option to me.
Just to clear things up, what is your piss kink exactly?
I love to get pissed on.
You do?
Yeah.
See you
What
later in
what
the
else could it
bathroom.
be?
I don't know. I'm just asking for the idiots that are watching this.
Like what else could a piss kink be? Like
Yeah.
Like you like drinking it?
no, I'm like a gargler.
Some people like it in them.
Nah,
I've had
This is
people
fucked.
Yeah.
So have I.
this is like degen. This is the most degen thing I've ever watched.
A little bit. It's nice.
It's happened to me.
Yeah.
I feel
I'm
like
trying to
people
not
also-
judge with kinks, but there are some kinks that I'm sorry, I'm just gonna judge you for it. That's so fucking nasty. I don't know. Some kinks deserve to be shamed. I'm just saying it. Call me a bitch. Some kinks deserve to be shamed, and that's one of them.
Well, I don't know if anyone else is
sad,
that
right?
You're fucking. You're nasty.
I don't know
Yeah,
if it
like,
cleans
oh,
it
it's
out.
nice now.
It feels evil in there.
I agree. Relationship is hard.
Pisses you off?
This is true story. I was on Hinge at one point, like dating site. Yes, I was posting my profile, and this guy act like he doesn't know who I am and asked me out. So when we got to the bar or whatever, thank God it's a bar, it's not a restaurant.
Yeah, this is like
So
an
he started
uncomfortable
talking
watch.
like, "Oh, do you
AWM.
want to tell me anything? Oh, how about your online things? This person not really just wanted to date me. He wanted to like ask me out to see if I'm real or maybe like have a sex with me. Yeah.
I find it incredibly hard to date to the point where I actually like can't get dates. So there's two perspectives on that. So if I were to go meet
She seems very
somebody,
real,
it's kind of hard
this
because
girl.
I don't like random people to know my real name. So obviously I'm meeting them as Adriana Chechik, and that's extremely hard. It's intimidating. I've had guys literally
Just look
walk
like a
out on me
wild
when
watch.
I've met them because they're so intimidated by me.
Shut
and then
up, Watch.
also I've done some of the most extreme sex acts on camera that guys can't swallow or get past. I currently do kind of live like a little bit of a lonely life. There's another aspect where guys only want to date me to like show me off to other people or their friends. They immediately treat me like the Adriana Chechik like experience, right? So like if I was
That's
gonna go
sad.
meet a guy, like they would never hold my hand or anything. The first thing they do is they try and like have sex with me. So it's really like disheartening, to be honest. And I've kind of just given
And I
up.
feel like that's what comes back to, like, they don't see them as human.
Feel like, sadly, I actually feel like I might not ever find like a boyfriend like that. I might just end up being alone forever.
Yeah, so
I kind of feel like that is one of the cons of like doing that kind of work, is like I don't think there's many people that would be comfortable being able to date somebody that it like is like, she's very real. Like I definitely respect her opinion. I think that is like what was so hard, like, and what you sacrifice, that you get a lot of money, but I feel like in turn you sacrifice like it seems like you've sacrificed the chance of ever having like proper love. And I'm sure some of them do, or like could get people in like the industry, but it seems like it's a big sacrifice, and it's like, is it worth the money? Oh yeah, they definitely can still get moneyed, and I'm sure she definitely will find someone, but I feel like while you're working in the field, I don't know, maybe like later on, but I think like it's like while you're doing it, I don't know if you could. It's like a big like, yeah, and I don't imagine many people will be comfortable with it. Yeah.
there are plenty of people who are immediately not an option for me because I also practice ethical non-monogamy. I have been in an
Wait, what is ethical non-monogamy? What is that?
open relationship for a few years now. He was with me when I started to get into the sex work industry, and there were a lot of battles there. A lot of men feel intimidated.
Is it just an open
especially if you
relationship?
work with other men. They're like, oh, I can't live up to, the people that you're working with. I don't know how to do this. And there are a lot of intimacy problems that can occur. Yeah, that's why I think it's hard, but it's also not hard depending.
There's
I
too many
think
names
we've
to
seen a
things. I don't
lot
know
of
what's going on.
communication.
I agree that it's really hard. Once you get into a relationship,
Go on.
your fans feel like they're not in the same relationship anymore. So to be with someone like me, you're gonna have to understand that I can't be posting you. I can't be showing you off how you are with me, because my fans are not only gonna feel like entitled, but they're also going to be disrespectful to you. They're going to be sending you screenshots of my work and
Sorry,
telling you
chat.
very hateful things. And I feel like you have to be mentally prepared to date a sex worker or a performer because of what comes with it.
She's got a
And,
crazy
coming
physique
home
though. Like, she
sometimes
looks
where I
great.
don't wanna have sex. You're going to have to be okay with not wanting to have sex, and it's just a lot that comes with it. So I think it's really hard.
And being
I wonder, like, my question would be, I wonder if you work in like the sex industry and then say you have a boyfriend, if you've been working all day and obviously those sets seem like they're crazy, when you come home to your partner, I feel like, would you not then just be so sexed out that you would not want sex? I feel like it would make you not want to have sex when you're not working. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise you would just be like constantly having sex.
Sexual.
That's what I want to know.
Hit or miss.
Or is
too,
it just like they,
because
like,
women
yeah.
Outside the industry can't understand how you take on film.
Yes.
Man, like, after a normal day's work, you're too tired, you know?
That happens to me. So I'm on a website for women because I wanted to look for a girl, and if real lesbians don't want to interact with you if you've
understand.
had a cock inside of you.
Yeah.
And it's extremely hard.
And it's a job.
Yeah.
What? I've never heard that. Is that a thing? I'm learning so much.
Fun job, but it's a job.
Yeah.
I'm coming home to you, and I'm gonna take a shower before I get in bed with you.
Yes.
Please.
I love what I do right now. I love sex.
What? I swear like a lot of chicks though will be straight and then like later in life realize, oh wait, actually I'm like not. And then wait, so you're telling me there's like this like different circle where they wouldn't even date them if they've ever been with a guy? That seems crazy. Like that's a whole new world that I don't even know about. I'm not in the scene, like I don't know, but like that's crazy. I feel like a lot of people realize later in life and then it's like, nah, you're not pure.
Sex. I love everything about the industry, but I'm 21. So right now, I'm not looking for anything.
There's something sad when it's like they're so young, though. I don't know, and they get into it.
Super long
She's so
term.
young.
Relationship-wise, I'm very monogamous. So when I do get to that point, I think I will have wanted to leave the industry so that I can pursue that to the extent that I want to. If I was trying to find a monogamous relationship right now, it would be basically impossible.
True, Pelvis, true.
I'm on the same page as Holly. Once I get into a relationship, I probably will want it to be monogamous, and I think it'll just work best if I'm more out of the scene once I want to get into one.
And you're barely getting into the scene, right?
Well, I've done OnlyFans for 3 years, but I'm going to start working with more people now and doing porn, so I'm very excited.
Yeah. I always said that no one wanted to date me in the first place, so I feel like OnlyFans honestly
She
made
looks a bit like Daisy Keach, hey?
it a lot easier to find people who wanted to date me. I feel like I'm my most authentic self with OnlyFans. I haven't been in a long-term relationship, and this is like...
Who would feel okay with having a relationship with a person just... Look, I don't watch porn chat. Like, I don't know any of these people are or what they're doing. Like, I get some of you know, like, what you just wrote. I don't know. I just know as a streamer. I don't know. I don't look up this stuff, and I don't want to.
No one wanted to date me in the first place.
It's not my thing.
All of a sudden, all these guys want to take...
It's not a lie, chat. I promise you a lot, and I'm saying like a huge chunk, and even Google this, a lot of females don't watch porn. Porn's not really made for girls. Porn is made for men. But like for me, it's not. Like, it's just never been my thing. I don't like it. But it's like, I think it's always tailored more to men. Like, it's not really, like, I feel like it's not made for women, and it's not, like, yeah, I just don't like it.
Me out or want to do things
kind of annoys
me.
me. Sometimes I see that, I'm like, that's so fucking fake and bullshit. Like, if I've ever seen it in the past, it's like, what? Like, I don't know. I think, like, whatever you do, you. For me, nah.
No one wanted to do before.
I like romantic novels. I'm more like, little, like, you know, the little romantic, but I don't even read that stuff, you know, like a little romance film. Like, Chuck on the Notebook, you know? Like, I'm more like a little, like, softy. I want romance. I'm not really in it just to be the whatever.
Things hard too. It's like they want to Adriana Chachik. They don't want to this person at home. Like,
I want the emotional connection.
No, I
all
don't
the
wanna
time.
swallow your dick all the time. Like, can I just lay there and do the zombie?
Can we be subtle? Like,
Oh, 50 Shades of Grey goes hard. I don't mind a bit of like a smart like book. I don't really read though. I didn't mind 50 Shades of Grey. I didn't like the movie. I found it a bit weird. I read 50 Shades of Grey, the book, but it's like, I don't know. I just like, I feel like I don't need that. I don't know. Romantic horror?
And let me go to sleep.
That's gonna
I don't think
lead to
chicks
my
are more
next question,
mental
so let's get
than
you guys in the
visual.
middle. Do you guys think I'm cute?
Does that disagree?
So I don't know why I ran.
All right, guys, that's the end of the video. How do you guys feel? How do you guys feel?
Comment section now. It's honestly such a relief for girls nowadays to be realistic. This is definitely one of the most realistic video for me personally as a girl. Now I am so proud of how far your channel has come. Yeah, I'd say it was a pretty good video, like pretty honest. I feel like Adriana was probably the most honest. Adriana said honestly pinned herself against a wall. She wants a CEO, but also wants a guy who won't just show her off as an accomplishment. She's also done extreme. Everyone keeps saying extreme stuff. What does extreme stuff mean in porn? I don't understand. Definitely scared anyone else and view her as a way. I see. I don't know this stuff. Why does everyone know? Love how all these girls have supported each other and there is no catty vibes. Also love how you didn't sexualize and there was deep questions. Love the content. I don't want to know. Maybe I don't want to know. I feel like you also can't hold somebody to something forever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But yeah. I don't want any DMs on it. I don't know. I don't know. It's not my thing. I think I also grew up with a mum that's like very against that kind of stuff. So maybe it seems... Hey Jackson, thank you for the Prime sub. What an interesting time to come in. My mom was like very against that kind of stuff. Like a sex scene would come on TV and she would skip it and be like, look away. Like that's how I grew up with like my mom. So like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to. Like I've obviously been on the internet, you know, I've seen things, but it's not for me. Your parents did the same, like, but it's the most awkward thing when you're watching TV and a sex scene comes on when your mom and you're like, even worse when your dad's there or like your mum and your dad, it's like, or your brother and it's just the whole family. It's like, everyone's just like, oh my God, my phone is, oh, what's this? This is interesting. Calvin, thank you for the $3.
Just found out that my friend's little brother has to get circumcised at 15. Not sure if I should laugh or just feel bad.
Wait, why? Why is that? Is that like for medical reasons? I love that they feel like they can share their opinions here without anyone critiquing them. It's really cool actually to see their side of things considering how much hatred they're probably going to get from doing what they do. Honestly, the comments are really nice.